Hello everybody, it's Marley here. I recently went to India and I'm going to share my entire trip throughout southern India with you guys. Hope you guys enjoy.
Keep it very close. Don't go too close. You might grab the phone.
I started off my very long journey to India at the Orlando International Airport with a layover in Dubai. Once we got to Dubai, I went to McDonald's and ordered this Mech Arabia. It was super delicious. Then we went to the Lego store, and after that we continued our journey to India. Once we finally arrived in India, I was so excited. The airport was super crowded and busy, and the trip to our hotel was so exciting. Our hotel had this super beautiful pool. It looked like it was in the middle of a jungle. It's so cool here. Our hotel also had these super beautiful flower decorations. I watched them do it. They redid them every morning and evening. It was really cool. No, but it looks really good. The next day we went to San Thom Basilica, also known as the Basilica of St. Thomas. This is where St. Thomas, Jesus' disciple, is buried. Then we went to the mall.
Starbucks in Tamil.
Got some authentic Indian garlic naan. We then took an Air India Express flight from Chennai to Tichi. This is St. Mary's Cathedral in southern India. It was built in the early 1800s. We then took a short drive to visit the largest temple in the entire world, still in use today by the Hindus. I don't know how exactly to pronounce the name, but this is what it's called. The tower you see here is 240 feet, but the whole temple takes up about 150 acres. The next day we took a 2.5-hour drive to Kodai Canal. We also stopped at a local restaurant to eat some lunch. As we continued our drive up to Kodai Canal, we stumbled upon this unbelievable Hindu festival taking place. It was so crazy. They were chanting and they had face paint and they had all kinds of plants on their heads and they were playing super loud music over speakers and all kinds of other stuff. It was super exciting and crazy to watch. Luckily, the locals waved us through and we didn't get stuck in the crowd of people. We continued to drive up the mountain and stumbled upon some super cool views. There were also lots of monkeys on the mountain and one of them tried to steal my phone. Once we finally got to the top of the mountain, there was a little rain going on, but it was so pretty. It was like nothing I'd ever seen before. There were houses on the side of the mountain and jungles all around us full of different animals. When I woke up the next morning, I was greeted to this unbelievable view.
Cool.
After we had breakfast, we headed down to the lake to ride horses. Some local Indian guides took us around the lake on horses while they rode their bikes. We then went to this super incredible botanical garden full of beautiful bushes like peacocks and things that looked like giant gummy bears. Then we went to some local market and got some cool glasses. Once we got down the mountain, we flew on an airline called SpiceJet back to Chennai. The hotel we stayed at was absolutely beautiful. They had beautiful architecture and a super nice pool. The next morning, we woke up to find this breakfast that was the most incredible thing ever. They had pastries and fruits and whole sections full of cheese and meat and different curries and rice. They also had an entire juice bar that you could select from. And they also had chefs that could cook you whatever you wanted, from scrambled egg to different kinds of curry. It was so cool. After eating breakfast and doing some other activities throughout the day, we headed to a cricket game. I was super excited for this, and I had no idea what was going to happen. After being in India for a few days, I learned the rules. Getting into the cricket stadium was super fun. There were people everywhere. Then once we finally got in, it was so crazy. I've been to a lot of sporting events, but cricket is definitely the best, and they are the most hyped fans in the entire world. On the way home, we took a little yellow auto. They look kind of like tuk-tuk, and it's so exciting. The driver weaves through the traffic. There's mopeds everywhere. They cut through tiny little openings in the cars, and it's so much fun. The next day, we went to another buffet where they had all kinds of different foods. They had Indian foods, foods from America. They had all kinds of curries and rices. They also had this super delicious seafood bar where they would freshly cook you seafood. Then they also had this area where you could get custom-made sushi. It was super good. They had a juice bar. Then they had all kinds of other food over here. They also had really good live music, super talented musicians, and the most incredible dessert I've ever seen. It's unbelievable what kind of dessert they had here. Also made some pottery with this guy. The final thing I was gonna do on my visit to India was visit where St. Thomas, Jesus' disciple, was killed. On top of the mountain where St. Thomas was killed, there's also a Catholic church. We walked in right as they were doing Mass. The Calvary of St. Thomas is also a museum, but you're not allowed to wear shoes inside the museum. Before leaving, we also went to the mall to get some authentic Indian clothing. That's all for my trip to India. From the super busy streets to the beautiful temple, super delicious food, and the beautiful historical sites like the churches. I really enjoyed this country and everything that it had to offer, and I hope I can come back very, very soon. If you enjoyed this video about India, please subscribe because I have more videos similar that are coming out soon.